Barber John and Dr. Whirl from Augusta Tech. Look forward to hearing from you. Look forward to seeing you. Check us out.
Listen, we here at Barbershop Talk Live. We're going to get live in a few minutes. Listen, I got a special guest in the Barbershop Talk. Hot seat.
Yes,
this is the hot seat. So don't listen to me. Listen to the Barbershop Talk Live. My good friend, Jermaine Whirl.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
It's going to be crazy. I didn't say it. He said it. You better listen to it. Give us a call. 706-426-1533. Get into this conversation. Jermaine, what you going to tell the folks?
Tell them everything about Augusta Tech. Learn something about me. And take advantage of what we have going on at the college.
Got to be more careful. I couldn't say that better myself. So listen, tune in a few minutes. We're going live. Barbershop Talk Live, Facebook and YouTube. Get ready for the conversation. And don't forget, call in. 706-426-1533. Jermaine, you good?
Yes, sir. Ready to go?
We out of here. See you later. I stay ready, baby.
All day.
Now, we're live. Yes, live from Jay's place. And we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk. Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's place. Barbershop. We're talking barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Where nothing's off limits. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.
I'm good. Go. Barbershop Talk Live. We're here live at Jay's Place, Barbershop 1927 Olive Road. Listen, another day is another day, and another day is a special day. It is Barbershop Talk Live Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in to a special edition of Barbershop Talk Live with a special guest we're going to have on a conversation. But I want you to get into this conversation. Give us a call at 706-426-1533. Get into the conversation. Get to know our guests as we get to know you. Again, Barbershop Talk Live is always live each and every Wednesday on Facebook, YouTube, and on Spotify. So again, share, like this page, call a friend, call your co-workers, call your church members, call your enemies. Tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. Again, we always live again. But before we get into our conversation with our special guest today, I want to let you know who put this program together behind the scene. I'm talking about my good friend, Demetrius Johnson. Demetrius Johnson is right here in Augusta, Georgia. She has a product called Beverly's Body Butter. Beverly's Body Butter. You say, what is Beverly's Body Butter? I'm glad you asked. This is whipped scented shea butter. Whipped scented shea butter. My good friend Demetrius Johnson had this product, and it's crazy great. I'm talking about, there's a word, crazy great. We're going to call it crazy great. A great product again. Demetrius Johnson right here in Augusta, Georgia. You got TikTok. She has TikTok. Hit her up on TikTok, Melon Queen 1976, or give her a call, 706-564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. Whipped scented shea butter. I'm telling you, will not be disappointed. Get this product in your cabinet. Get it on your nightstand. Get it on your body. Just get this product. Again, Demetrius Johnson, whipped scented shea butter, Beverly's Body Butter. Also, don't forget about my good friend, Alan Odom. Alan Odom is also right here in Augusta, Georgia. He has a product, a company called Pond Maintenance. Pond Maintenance right here in Augusta, Georgia. What he does, he specializes in tree removal, demolition, pond maintenance, and also just cut your grass. So you're looking for a good service, give him a call at 706-294-8493. That's 706-294-8493. Pond Maintenance right here in Augusta, Georgia. Tell him John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live said you want to see the deal he's going to offer you again. Pond Maintenance, Alan Ola right here in Augusta, Georgia. The number again is 706-294-8493. You won't be disappointed in the service or the price. CSOA, if you have a black business right here in Augusta, Georgia, you have a black business that you're trying to put together, you have a black business you want to expand, you have a black business you want to flourish, I encourage you, I'm urging you, I'm telling you, get in contact with my good friend Ronnie West, president of the Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. Great things they're doing for the black business in the CSOA. You ought to be a part of it. You want your business to get off the ground, you want your business to flourish, again, go into the website, mygabc.org. Again, that's mygabc.org. The Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. I am an ambassador of it, so I urge you to get up and get joined with Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce right here in Augusta, Georgia. Listen, mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. If your calendar being marked, it should be marked. Mark your calendar for September the 15th right here in Augusta, Georgia. What's going on September the 15th? I'm talking about the second annual Speak Up Sis Awards Gala. Julius Smith Casino. Listen, get your tickets. They're going fast. It's going to be crazy. Yours truly will be on the red carpet, hosting the red carpet. So I'm telling you, and especially you, get your tickets to the second annual Speak Up Assist Awards Gala. My good friend Angie Wright is putting this program together. She is honoring all of the amazing women around the CSRA, around the country, a matter of fact, around the world. So I'm telling you, put on your Sunday best. Julius Smith Casino right here in Augusta, Georgia. Second annual Speak Up Sis Awards Gala. I'm telling you, it will be a great night to remember. Listen, while you mark your calendar, don't forget about September the 22nd. Don't forget about September the 22nd. You say what's going on September the 22nd? I'm talking about the sneaker ball. Yes, I said we're bringing the sneaker ball to Augusta, Georgia at that same location, Julius Smith Casino. Listen, it's going to be crazy. Listen, you can stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road to get your tickets. They only $50, 2 for $75. Lizzie's Hope, Angelic Community Resources putting this event together for a special cause, HIV awareness, and also cancer. I'm telling you, get your tickets. You would not be disappointed. You got some sneakers, you got some Chucks, you got some Adidas. If you got some Jordans, you'll be allowed to come in the building also. But listen, get your sneakers and get ready for the sneaker ball September the 22nd. The entertainment for that night is the 69 Boys. What? I said the 69 Boys. We going to do Tootsie Roll all over the place. So again, get your tickets. The second annual sneaker ball is, the second annual Speak Up Sis Award, September the 15th, and also September the 22nd, Julius Smith Casino. Get your tickets to the sneaker ball. Listen, again, this is going to be a crazy month for September, so please, ma'am, please, sir, as they say in church, govern yourselves accordingly. You've been warned, and let's have a good time. Again, all these announcements, make sure your calendar is marked. And listen, are you ready to have a conversation? Are you ready to have a conversation? I'm ready to have a conversation, but before we get into the conversation, get your iPads ready, get your iPhone ready, get your watch ready. Record this conversation because this particular conversation will go down to the archives as one of the best we had in a while. So again, without further ado, I want to introduce to you, and also the people behind the scenes. Tune in, call a friend, call a neighbor, give me some hearts, give me some likes, give me some thumbs up from a good friend, Mr. Jermaine Whirl.
What's going on?
What's up, man? You good?
I'm doing great.
Got to be more careful, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm just so excited to see you, man.
Absolutely.
You good?
Thank you for the invite.
No. I'm excited that you are here.
Absolutely.
Because now, Jermaine, look, can I get comfortable?
Let's get comfortable.
Yeah, can I get comfortable? I'm gonna get a little comfortable. See, this is what I want to do. I want to make sure the people on the other side of that camera know what's going on. And when I tell you the people that didn't know what's going on, it's amazing to have the stars line up. And when the stars line up, that means everything is perfect because your crazy schedule is crazy. Your schedule is so crazy. When I say the stars line up perfect, we got the Augusta Tech president in Barbershop Talk Live.
Yes, sir.
And it's amazing to me.
Well, I'm very honored to be here. And you remember we met at a breakfast event.
At a breakfast.
So you were like, hey, I got this podcast.
Right.
And I don't know if you believe me because I told you I was coming.
You said
well, I was like, we're going to work it out.
You said it.
And here we are.
And see, sometimes when people say that, you say, all right, he just talking.
Of course.
You kept your word.
Of course, absolutely.
Now, you didn't tell the people I took all the sausage at that breakfast, did you?
Well, I didn't say that.
You didn't tell the people.
I didn't eat, so you might have, but that's all right.
Well, don't tell the folks, don't tell the people all that stuff. Now, they know me as not eating a lot of food, so don't let them know I was getting greedy today.
It was a good breakfast.
It was a good breakfast. So, again, I appreciate you coming to Barbershop Talk Live.
Absolutely.
And I'm ready for a good conversation.
Me too.
You ready for a good conversation?
Yes, sir.
But before we get to the conversation, Barbershop Talk Live, Whirl, again, if you want to get into this conversation, please, ma'am, please, sir, give us a call at 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. You got a question, you got a comment, or you just got a concern, please, ma'am, please, sir, put the question on the screen. We answer each and every question, or you want to give us a call, we'll accept all your calls. Jermaine, listen. If you ever had a chance, again, in your crazy schedule, which I know is crazy, if you ever had a chance to watch Barbershop Talk Live, we have fun.
Absolutely.
We jump around, we move around, we get into these heated conversations, we get into these crazy conversations. But what happens when I realize the guest is coming on, I do what they call due diligence.
I'm sure you do.
I check now. I ain't gonna just have anybody in my hot seat now.
Yep. Understood.
Anybody can't sit in this hot seat. So I check you out.
Okay.
I'm checking you out. Now, during my checking out, I check you out. You was pretty cool.
That's good.
You was all right.
Good to hear.
Now, I feel like I know you pretty well.
Yep.
I feel like I'm good with you. But sometimes the people on the other side of that screen don't know who you is.
Sure.
Can I say who you is in front of a doctor?
Yes, sir. You good?
I'm gonna say who you is.
John, that's the educator now.
I know.
Be careful.
I'm
That's the educator.
I'm gonna watch my words. I'm gonna say.
I'm not going to grade you today. We good.
So I'm gonna say who you is. So for the ones that don't know who you is, I want you to look into that camera, Jermaine, and tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live Whirl, who is Jermaine Whirl?
Very simple. Jermaine Whirl, product of Charleston, South Carolina. Grew up on James Island, Folly Beach kid, and very honored to have two great parents. Talked about entrepreneurship a minute ago, about chamber. My dad was I'm the first minority tax company owner in Charleston,
Okay.
starting in 1989 in the general contracting business. My mom worked in the hospital for 36 years,
Okay.
retired, and so those two actually met at a 2-year college, believe it or not, technical college in Charleston.
Okay.
And so I tell people jokingly I was kind of birthed out of a tech college. And so, through my life, I've really enjoyed education, and now the ability to lead Augusta Tech has just been full circle for me.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. But, well, I think I heard some in your introduction. I want to make sure I heard it correctly. You say you're from Charleston?
Yes, sir, the Chuck.
You from the Chuck?
The Chuck.
Now I don't know what y'all say, but we over here, just in case you didn't know now, do you know where I'm from?
We about to find out.
Now, if you don't know where I'm from, I'm going to say shame on you.
Okay.
But just in case you didn't know, I'm from a big little town called Waycross, Georgia.
I know where Waycross is.
You know about Waycross?
Yes, sir.
Listen, I was down there last week, so you know about Waycross?
I do know. I actually taught a class at Waycross College in economics years ago.
Got to
So
be
I
more
know where
careful.
you at.
You know what where county?
Yes, I do.
You know, you been in my mom's house?
There's some swamps down there. Some good food down there, too.
You been in my mom's house then?
Hey, man, great community.
Okay.
Great community.
Okay, you know about the cross?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we might be kin.
Now, you might have to give me a little bit more data on what happens there on a day-to-day basis, but I know some folks from
Well, since I'm not there, there's a lot going on since I'm not there.
Understood.
But I'm heading back real soon just to keep the, calm the city down.
Understood.
But they know I'm coming.
Okay.
So we're okay for now.
All right.
So we might be related if you know about the cross now.
Listen, I know Cross. I got some Williams family living in Waycross. So
Oh, Lord, God dog it. Listen, we about to go to commercial break. We finna go to commercial break.
it's a small world, man.
You never know.
Small world.
You never know. Well, again, by you being from Charleston, and we as Ware Countyans, I'm gonna call it Ware Countyans.
Okay.
We call Charleston Geechee Town.
Yep, Gullah Geechee.
Is that?
I'm fine with that.
You cool
I
with that?
embrace it. I'm
Okay.
good.
So you're
That's my heritage.
you're Dr. Geechee.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we call him a Dr. Geechee then.
Let's
I'm
brand
quite
that,
Geechee
baby.
now.
I got Geechee in the house. Got to be more
From
careful.
South Carolina.
Okay.
Yep.
Tippensville.
Yep.
All right, well, y'all, look here, the flies. But listen, let's start back over because, again, we at Barbershop Talk Live. We want to get to know the person, know who's in the seat, know who's on the chair. And also, you said earlier, your parents, are they still around?
Yes. Yep. Celebrating over 44 years of marriage. And, my dad is actually from Natchez, Mississippi.
Natchez.
Yes, sir.
Natchez. Now, let me tell you about Natchez. There's a famous barber from Natchez.
Okay.
In Natchez, Mississippi, he was a barber, and what he did, he actually ended up opening the first insurance company,
Did not know that.
Atlanta Life.
Wait a minute. What's his name?
All right, come on, Doc.
Yeah.
Come
I know
on.
who you're talking about.
He opened up the barbershop. He had
Yep.
the barbershop from Natchez, Mississippi.
And opened that in Metro Atlanta.
Metro Atlanta.
Big business.
Big business.
Where Morris Brown
all
College, all
that
of
right
that
there.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm blank on his name. I know exactly
You
what
know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do.
You say you making this up, Barbershop Talk
No,
Live
that's
World?
true. That's true. I didn't know he was from Natchez.
From
though.
Natchez, Mississippi. Had a barbershop.
So here's the plug. Go to the Lucy Laney Museum. They got a whole tribute to that gentleman in that building.
There you go.
There is.
Natchez, Mississippi.
Wow.
Yeah, Atlanta Life. Got to be, you just never know.
Yep.
You never know. See, that's why you should come to Barbershop Talk Live. That's why you should tune in to Barbershop Talk Live because you know what can and will happen.
Yep.
You never know.
Good Black history.
Good Black history. So listen, again, we finna get into this conversation. So if you want to join the conversation, give us a call at 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533 with my good friend Jermaine Whirl, all the way from Charleston.
Yes, sir.
All the way from the backwoods of Geechee. I love it already. I'm having a good conversation, have a good time already. Now, Jermaine, let me ask you this now. Now, we want to get into what we're really here for. We really didn't know who you are, know what you got going on, know what your plans are and all that. But let's start out with Augusta Tech.
Okay.
Because a lot of people know you as the Augusta Tech president.
Sure.
So I don't know what it's like to be Augusta Tech president. So the people that's watching Barbershop Talk Live World, they look into that camera, and first of all, just tell us the inner outer workings of being a president for Augusta Tech.
It's one of the best jobs in the world. My job is really to facilitate the plan for the college, to fundraise, to build partnerships, collaborations, and provide great educational opportunities for our students within the greater Augusta region.
Sure.
And so that means I spend a lot of time talking to companies. I spend a lot of time talking to partners, a lot of donors, and stakeholders who have an interest in education, But more importantly, I try to focus on the educational opportunities of our students, looking at what programs are important, looking at what jobs are available, and ensuring that we offer programs so that folks who come to Augusta Tech, when they graduate, they can be gainfully employed. And so that combination of activities is really the hallmark of what I get to do day to day. We have a great team at the college. We have great professionals that know their skills, and we have some of the best faculty in the country. And so for us, having been here since 1961, and what a lot of people may not know is Augusta Tech was started from Richmond County School District. It was a part of the school district. We had two Augusta Techs. There was a black Augusta Tech and a white Augusta Tech. So we were desegregated, and then they integrated in the late 70s, and then we moved to Deans Bridge Road around 1977, 1981, and that's where we've been ever since. But we're doing a phenomenal job down there, 130 programs to study from accounting to welding and everything in between. And so lots going on at the college and a lot of growth as well.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live World. Again, we learning so much here talking to my good friend, Mr. Jermaine Whirl. Again, Augusta Tech president. A lot going on, and I know you wear a lot of many hats. You got a lot of degrees on the wall, and as you said earlier, your parents are still proud of what you're doing because, again, for you to be in the position that you're in, they got to be proud.
Absolutely.
So that being said, I'm just going to piggyback up this question because, again, I do make sure when the guest comes on, I don't just keep all this stuff to myself.
Absolutely.
I can't keep it to myself, Jermaine. When I say I can't keep it to myself, I make sure the people that's watching Barbershop Talk Live are engaged, and also the community is engaged.
Correct.
So when I engage the community, I say, well, I'm bringing the president of Augusta Tech, come on. You bringing the president on, the president will be in the hot seat. So they say, well, you make sure you ask him this question right here.
Okay.
Don't you forget to ask him this question. Sometimes my mind slips.
Understood.
My mind slips because there be so much going on. So by that mind slipping, I just have to jot this stuff down.
Okay.
And I want to jot it down to make sure I put it out there correctly. So here's two of my questions I'm going to jot down to give to you.
Okay.
So you cool with them two questions?
I'm good with those two
you
questions.
doing two questions. So
Let's go with
that's just two.
I'm fine with that.
You got with them two questions?
Looks good.
It looks good. So if you cool with them two questions, I'm just going to ask you the first two questions. That being your parents. So when your parents look at you and say, this is my boy, what do you think your parents are saying right now? Because again, now you come from a little Geechee town about small as Waycross.
A little bigger.
A little bigger.
A little bigger. It's all relative.
It's all, but what you think your mom and dad are saying right now?
I will tell you this. So growing up, my dad always wanted me to be an engineer. Always wanted me to be an engineer because he's a contractor. It's interesting because he has a degree in accounting.
Okay.
But he went on to start a construction company, and so he saw that there was not a lot of African Americans going into general contracting in Charleston. And he was like, well, my son is going to take over my company. He's going to go to Clemson, get an engineering degree, come take over the business and grow it.
Okay.
And so when I went to college and I didn't decide to go to engineering, he was a little disappointed. He was like, I set this whole thing up for you. And I'm the only child, by the way, so I don't have a brother or sister.
Okay.
So it's me or me.
Yeah.
And so there was a little bit of disappointment that, man, my son's not going and inheriting the business and taking it over. But he finally said, hey, whatever you decide to do, I'm going to support you.
I'm going to support you.
And honestly, I wanted to go into banking. I wanted to be a banker, finance, economist, but that didn't work out.
Okay.
Here's the craziest story. So I got an econ degree,
Okay.
graduated early,
Okay.
and applied to many banks.
Okay.
I didn't even get an interview. I got so many rejection letters. I got emails back saying that I was overqualified, and I got letters back saying I was underqualified. So I never even got an opportunity to get into banking. And so what happened, I was like, well, let me go get my MBA, because maybe if I get my master's,
Right.
if I get my MBA, maybe I can get better position
Right.
For a job.
Right.
And went that pathway. And while I was working on my MBA, I got a job at a group home working with DSS custody kids.
Okay.
Had nothing to do with banking.
Right.
And that's how I got into education.
Okay.
And the guy that I hired, so I hired a guy to do tutoring for our clients. And he just happened to be a retired math professor at a 2-year college.
Okay.
And he was like, brother, have you ever thought about teaching?
Okay.
I'm like, dude, I don't want to be no teacher.
Right.
I'm trying to get to Wall Street. I'm trying to make money. And so he was like, no, you need to think about teaching because you're really good at it. And
Right.
so I'm like, so I pushed it off. So I worked there for about a year, and every day I go to work, this man is asking me about teaching.
Right.
So basically, by the end of my graduate program, he talked me into thinking about being a professor. And I made the decision, like, you know what? Let me research it, like you did,
Right.
due diligence. And
Right.
I'm like, you know what? This is something I may want to do, and I pursued it. I was 23 years old when I got my first professor job in college.
Okay.
And so but the history of how I got there and what my parents wanted me to do and where I'm at now, to answer your original question, they're very, very proud.
Right,
Because
right.
I found my path and I'm doing what God has asked me and chose me to do.
Okay. All right. Barbershop Talk Live Whirl again. He's telling me some stuff I didn't know. I'm sure that you didn't know. But again, that's why it's good to tune in to Barbershop Talk Live, because you never know what can happen. Again, you don't know the life struggles that this person have, that person have, and you don't know the path that they're taking. So Jermaine, let me ask you this question now. Looking back, and when I say look back, looking at where you're at now, and you again, you made some major moves, you made some good advancements, you made some major steps. What would you tell the 20-year-old Jermaine? Can you go back to that 20-year-old Jermaine? What would you tell that 20-year-old Jermaine to prepare for here in 2022, 23, 24, where we're at now? How would that 20-year-old Jermaine fare? What would you tell him now?
Man, that's a deep question. You know, I think for me, I always was very goal-oriented. I
Okay.
always had a plan, but I think I would tell that person, be flexible and be open to change, because
Okay.
life doesn't always go linear.
Okay.
It took me a while to veer off of what I really, really wanted to do,
Okay.
and understanding that that's not what I'm called to do.
Okay.
Because I really was hard into banking. I mean, I really wanted to be a banker, and God basically blocked every single door.
No.
And until my mom's like, dude, you're not going to be a banker, and I veered into what my purpose was,
Okay.
if I would have done it earlier, I would have been even further along.
Right.
So I think for most young people, just trying to find out what you want to do, how do you make money at doing what you really want to do, and then putting a plan together is what I would tell myself. But then also be flexible, because things change. You run into people that you may not have ever thought you would have run into, and that can completely change your entire trajectory in life.
Okay.
So just be open to change and opportunities.
Okay. Now, when you just said something, you made me realize what you were saying, and I caught 3 letters. I caught 3 letters in what you said. I don't know if you pay attention to those 3 letters, but they're big 3 letters. You said G-O-D.
Sir.
You said God.
Yes.
Now again, I'm good, Jermaine. Don't you look at me and tell me none of this stuff. I want you to look into the Barbershop Talk Live World camera and tell the people, what does God really mean to you? I'm
Means
good
that-
now. Don't
yeah.
tell me.
No, it means everything. You know, I was very fortunate, you know, growing up in a household. We were talking about this offline, growing up in the church. My mother was an evangelist. You know, I played instruments in the church, drum and organ. And so having God always helping me get direction in my life was something that I always had. And it always gave me solace in knowing that I'm going to be good wherever I decide to go because he's leading me. But that's a faith walk thing.
Okay.
And so having that as a young person growing up, that's really helped me to stay secure in who I am and where I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay. Now, serious story, Barbershop Talk Live World again. Off camera, we had a great conversation, and I found out, I didn't know this, I don't know if you knew this, but this wasn't in my Google search. This was not in my Google search, but what I found out in my Google search, Barbershop Talk Live World, he is a Kojic.
Yes, sir.
Church of God in Christ. And you know what the Church of God in Christ people do? They tear up the carpet. They're bringing tamarines in church. They bringing big old bottles of olive oil. They don't know how to act. They act a fool in church, and they just slay in the spirit.
Yes, sir.
So,
Grand old church.
so don't be a surprise if Jermaine Whirl come to you and prophesy to you.
Okay. I'm going to stay in my lane.
Don't be surprised. He will prophesy to you.
John, is he going to sing for us?
Hey, you never know.
Oh, no,
You
no.
never
no.
know.
See,
You
you
know-
got to know what you're good at and what you ain't.
Well,
I can play, but I can't sing. My dad was a quartet singer, man. My dad can blow the house down.
he can kill it.
But I didn't get that gift, so I just leave that to the professionals.
I got you. Well, hey,
But
Barbershop Talk.
I heard barbers can sing, though.
Well,
I'm just asking.
Well, hey, you never know.
Okay.
You never know, because listen, Barbershop Talk Live World, tune in after the show, after the commercial break, get your tape recorder ready. We're going to do a duet together.
Ooh, Lord, pray for us right now. Pray right now.
Keep on praying. Again, Barbershop Talk Live World again. If you want to get into this conversation, where I know we're having a great conversation, please, ma'am, please, sir, give us a call at 706-426-1533. That's 706-426-1533. Again, I'm enjoying myself. Jermaine, you good?
I'm blessed, man. I'm having fun.
Now, you know the good part about this conversation that we're having?
What's that?
I ain't got to call you doctor.
Oh, for what?
Because sometimes people come into Barbershop Talk Live World and don't take off the title. They don't take off the title.
When I die, they're gonna call me Jermaine Whirl on the tombstone.
Well, there you
That's
go.
Simple.
Got to be more careful. That's what I like to hear.
Yes, sir.
So now listen, you don't mind if I go back to question 3?
Let's go. Let's hit it.
Question 3 right here. I can't make this stuff up.
We gotta hit it, man.
I can't make this
People
up.
want to know.
People want to know. Now, I know what the importance of it is, but I want you to tell the Barbershop Talk Live world the importance of it is. The importance of what this question I'm about to ask you, what is the importance of Jaden and Madison seeing you in the house? Now, if they don't know who Jaden and Madison is, I already know. But I want you to look into the Barbershop Talk Live world and tell the people who is Jaden and who is Madison.
Those are the two most important people outside of my wife to me. That's my kids, Jalen and Madison. I have a 12-year-old son. He is a great kid. He's a 7th grader. He's in golf. So
Okay.
He's a big golfer with first tee.
Okay.
I couldn't get him in football. I played football growing up, and he has his own thing.
I got you.
But he's great into that, smart kid. And then I have a 3-year-old that's going on 30, daughter that, and I'll tell you, my wife, if she was watching, she would tell you this. She controlled me and the house. It's legit. She got me wrapped around her finger. She get what she want.
I got you.
I haven't figured out how to resolve that yet, but that's my girl.
That's your girl.
That's my girl, man. Those are my 2 cubs right there.
I got you.
Love 'em.
Now the importance of them seeing you in the house.
It's extremely important, man. I am, as much as I travel and work, nothing gives me more pleasure than coming home and having my daughter around and grab my leg.
Okay.
Saying, Daddy, I miss you. What you doing? Daddy, I want to spend time, reading her before she goes to bed, talking to my son about school, talking about life. That is extremely important for kids to have those father figures at the home. It just, for me, it's more important than the job. It's more important than anything else I do because that's my legacy.
Right.
And so I take that job very important, and I love it. I love every minute of it, man.
Okay, and I can concur what you said because I had an upbringing that wasn't the best for as a father figure in the house.
Sure.
But I love my mom to death. My grandmother, they make sure everything that I do it comes from them.
Yeah.
Everything, I mean every bit I would get it from my mom. So when you say I'm to the point now where I have the kids in the house.
Yeah.
I grew up with me and my wife. We've been together so many years, and I try to show my kids the best advice, give them the best advice, tell them some good stuff. So it's important to have, especially being black.
Yes, sir.
Especially
Absolutely.
being black, because we already face some of the challenges already. So you want to make sure you're around for those kids, to see you go through the changes, to see you grow, to see you even go bad times. But you want to be able to see that. So I understand what you're saying.
It's incredibly important. So.
Yeah. So
Hey, John, I think you better pay some bills.
Jermaine,
John, you gotta pay some bills,
do you
John.
mind if I pay a bill, Jermaine?
Let's pay a few bills, man.
I got to pay a bill.
Let's do it.
If I don't pay this bill, shame on you.
Let's get it done.
Okay. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live Real again. Tune in. Keep watching Barbershop Talk Live. We're going to go to a commercial break, but my good friend right here on the screen, Miss Felicia Lee, she has a company right here in Augusta, Georgia called True Therapy. And I encourage you to watch what she's talking about, watch what she's doing right here for the CSOA. Again, my good friend Felicia Lee, right here in Augusta, Georgia on Central Avenue. It's called True Therapy. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Life is full of challenges and struggles, but there's no reason you should have to face them alone. At True Therapy, we provide support and guidance to help you become the best version of yourself. As a mental health counseling center, we provide a full range of clinical behavioral health services to children, adolescents, adults, and families. Our experienced team of licensed counselors and psychiatrists work closely with patients to understand their situation and develop a personalized treatment plan with an emphasis on wellness and prevention. Whether you are struggling with mental illness, substance abuse, relationship and marital difficulties, or the daily stress and challenges of life, we are here to help you find a positive path forward, dedicated to making our services as convenient and accessible as possible. We offer treatment in office, by phone, or via telehealth. Find the help you need. Schedule an appointment at True Therapy today.
Yeah, stand by. Don't worry. Coming to you in 5, 4, 3.
Barbershop Talk Live, we're back live again. My good friend right here in Augusta, Georgia, Felicia Lee, has a company called True Therapy, specializing in mental health, physical health, and also spiritual health. So give her a call or go to the website, which is truetherapy.com. Again, my good friend Felicia Lee, right here in Augusta, Georgia, the company is called True Therapy. please, ma'am, please, sir, use her services. You have a friend, you have a family member that needs her service, get in contact with her. Tell her John from Barbershop Talk Live say, I want to see what you have to offer. Again, Felicia Lee, right here in Augusta, Georgia, True Therapy. Jermaine.
Yes, sir.
You good?
I'm ready.
Man, you better give me some. I'm enjoying this conversation, man.
All day.
I'm enjoying it. I wish you should have been here 6 months ago. I'm enjoying this thing.
We made it happen finally.
God, I told you the stars lined up.
Always.
The stars lined up. But listen, now before we went to the commercial break, we got into a conversation about your kids.
Yes.
We got into the conversation about our upbringing. And you already know I'm from a big little town called Waycross, Georgia. You already know that. We ain't got to go back with that because my people watching. So I want to kind of piggyback and go to a different direction. You mind if I go a different direction?
Let's go for it.
Now that you're here in Augusta, Georgia, you have taken a major operation at Augusta Tech. Now for the parents that's making sure their kids are going in the right direction for the big universities, the big institutions, and all these big major universities, you at Augusta Tech.
Yeah.
So what is the importance of Augusta Tech? Why Augusta Tech? So in other words, if you want your child or your kid to go to Augusta Tech, why? Why would they want to go to Augusta Tech?
Because we are locally focused. And what I mean by that is that our academic programs are directly tied to the jobs in this marketplace, period. Everything that we offer is tied to a local company. And so what that means is when you come to Augusta Tech, you take a program, you graduate, you will have job opportunities right here locally in the CSRA guaranteed. Otherwise, I would not even be offering the program of study. We've been very fortunate. We have a 99% placement rate overall, 87% placement rate in field. And so folks that come to us are being able to get jobs, and not just any jobs. They're getting sustainable earning jobs. That means they can make a living, they can raise a family, they can pay taxes, they can buy a house, they can get a nice car. And that's what our purpose is. We want to ensure that we increase the social economic mobility of every student that comes to our institution. And what we're seeing right now, cyber, IT programming, anything in healthcare, anything in the manufacturing space, we're just booming. Last year, we had over 5,900 students attend Augusta Tech for one of those programs of study. So we're not a small college. We definitely want people to know what those opportunities are and take advantage of it right here in their neighborhood.
Okay. So Augusta Tech is moving.
Yes, sir.
Augusta Tech is going in the right direction.
It is.
So that being said, Jermaine, you didn't just come here to come here.
No.
So when they got you to come to Augusta Tech, when I say they, we always say they. So when they got you to come to Augusta Tech to be the president, there was also looking for somebody to have a standard.
Absolutely.
To make Augusta Tech likable, to make Augusta Tech approachable, to make Augusta Tech want to come here. So don't tell me, because I did my Google.
Yeah.
I Googled you. I want you to look into that camera. I want you to tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live World, what is Jermaine Whirl's standard at Augusta Tech? So now watch this part now.
Okay.
The standard is when they get here, when they get to Augusta Tech, they know what they expect.
Yes.
So I want you to tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live World, what is Jermaine's standards for Augusta Tech?
So our focus, if you read our vision statement is to be a nationally recognized institution of higher ed. Not the best in the region, not the best in the state, but one of the top colleges in the country.
Okay.
That's bold. Well, how do you do that? We do that through excellence. You do that through innovation. You do that through partnerships. And so those are the three things that we do very, very well. And we've been doing that. If you look at the last 2 years just by itself, if you look at our healthcare campus, we moved the entire healthcare school to Piedmont Somerville on Riceboro Road. I got 1,400 students in that actual hospital, the old Trinity Hospital, that was not used at all. We renovated that space. All of our students are using that space now, learning and being able to operate and work right here in the community. As you all probably heard, we're taking over the patch, January 1, 2025, in partnership with Augusta National and First Tee. Renovating the entire patch facility plus First Tee. That's 188 acres, fully renovated. We're going to be bringing our golf program over there, our horticulture program. They're going to be renovating the clubhouse, food and beverage stations, world-class facility. Again, partnership. These are transformational projects.
Right.
We just bought the old Johnson Cadillac dealership on Walton Way. We're converting that right now into a training facility. This will be the largest in the state, 65,000 square feet. We're finishing up design work in September. We'll start construction in October. It'll be ready October 2025. Those three projects just alone are not just Augusta Tech. Those are transformative projects for Augusta. When you think about the economic impact, you think about the number of people who are training. We're ready in the Georgia Cyber Center. I got about 800 IT students in that building along with AU. So those are the things that I came here to do is to really take us on a national stage. We had the ability, but we just had needed the programming and the vision to do that. And those are just a few of the projects that we got going on right now. That's really what people are going to see a tremendous impact.
Now, Jermaine, I got to ask the question. I just got to ask the question because these questions, as you see, these not my questions. These coming from the community.
Yeah.
I would be remiss not to ask question 6.
Let's go for it.
If I ask question 6, I got to ask question 6. Now, again, you've done major things for Augusta community. You've done major things for the CSRA. You just named quite a few of them just now. So 99% of the time when a person comes in to do these major changes, to do these major overhauls to these cities, to these buildings, to these communities, I hate to ask this question, Jermaine, but I got to do it. When you're leaving, when you can't just do all that and stay here, because guess what's going to happen now? Somebody say, I want him over here in my town. If he can do this in Augusta, he can do it in Waycross.
Follow the envelope. Follow the envelope.
He can do it in Charleston. He can go to Florida. So again, don't you tell me that, Jermaine, because I already know what you're thinking about doing. But I want you to tell the Barbershop Talk Live world, you here?
Yes, I'm here.
You here?
And more importantly for me, and I told my board this and anybody in the community, I got the same answer. I got some work I need to complete, and I got to be here until God moves me. It's really those two simple things. Until God tells me to go somewhere else, and more importantly, the projects, I want to see these things come to fruition. And so whatever time period that is, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, so be it. But I'm not looking at a clock. I'm not looking at anything that's going to draw me away. We're very fortunate. You know, my mother, my mother-in-law lives right there in Portal, Twin City.
Okay.
This is the closest so my wife and I actually met in Statesboro.
Okay.
And she's from Twin City.
Okay.
Canucci, for y'all real Georgia folk. If y'all know where Canucci is, a little small. It's smaller than Waycross.
It's smaller.
but Canucci, Georgia, we got married in Statesboro, and I got a brother-in-law who lives in Evans.
Okay.
And so this is the closest we've been with in terms of family. So we got a great family structure here that really supports us. And the Augusta community, just shout out to everybody in Augusta that have been so welcoming to us. And so if I were to leave, it's not because of anything here.
Okay.
We're blessed. We enjoy it. But more importantly, I got work to do, and whenever that time horizon comes, it comes.
Okay, seriously.
How long have you been with Augusta State? How long you been?
4 years. It'll be 4 years in November. Yeah, I got here. So here's a crazy story.
Okay.
Got to tell you this story. So I got here November 2020, right? Middle of COVID.
Okay.
Moved there from Greenville, South Carolina. I was in Greenville for 4 years as a provost, moved here, and my wife was 7 months pregnant. I don't recommend people moving in the middle of a global pandemic with a pregnant wife.
Okay.
We moved. Okay. We were in an apartment on the 3rd floor with no elevator.
No.
I'm just blessed I'm not divorced. So we go through all that transition.
Let me ask you, what part of the season was it? Was it hot, cold?
This was December.
No.
Or moving upstairs with no AC?
3rd floor.
3rd floor. Next door neighbor booming rap music loud every night. Wife can't get no sleep. I got to go work in the morning, son, trying to get him. And my son was enrolled in school, all virtual. And so I got a whole story about that transition. But even through all of that, like I said, the community has just been so opening, welcoming, saying, what do you need? How can we support you? So we love it here, man.
Okay.
People have been phenomenal.
Okay. Listen.
I have a question.
You got a question from the floor?
Yes. Okay, hold on a second. Dakota Page, she asked, do y'all have nursing at the school?
Do we have what?
Nursing?
Yeah, so let me talk about a nursing program. Very excited to talk about it. So we have all program levels of nursing. So we have the associate's degree of nursing, which is for those who want to get their registered nurse certification. That's 2 years. We have an LPN program, licensed practical nursing. That's about 1.5 years. We have your PCT, patient care technician. We also have CNA. Those programs are about 1 year or 1 semester at length. Our partnership with Piedmont Augusta, when we launched that, when we moved to the hospital almost 2 years ago, Piedmont and Augusta Tech, we raised over $1 million for nursing scholarships. So any student that gets admitted to our nursing program, ADN program, and they want to pursue a career at Piedmont, Piedmont is covering their entire tuition.
Hold on. Say that again now. Say that again.
Oh, I'm going to repeat it.
Say that again.
So if you are a nursing student, you get accepted to our nursing program at Augusta Tech. You get in the program and you make the decision you want to work for Piedmont Augusta, formerly University Health. Piedmont will provide you a scholarship for the full ride of your program length. They will cover to tuition, books, fees, and provide your scrubs and equipment. In exchange, that you have to work for Piedmont for a minimum of 2 years, guaranteed employment.
That's a great exchange.
You got to come get that nursing degree and let them pay for it. You come up with no debt and a full-time job.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
that's
I have
great.
one more for you.
Okay,
too.
question from the floor.
It said, how does Augusta Tech help the public school system through dual enrollment?
A lot. Matter of fact, I was talking to Dr. Bradshaw earlier today. Venus, Kane, thank you. We were talking on the phone earlier today about how do we even expand more of that. We average about 500 students in dual enrollment that attend Augusta Tech, and they're taking everything from English, math, psychology, cybersecurity, criminal justice. But we need more, quite honestly. We need more,
Okay.
especially in the skilled trades areas, whether they're going to take welding or automotive. We want those students to go ahead and get college credit. Right. The way to say that Georgia has provided this opportunity, if they're in 10th grade, they can start any CTAE programming. So that means any of the skilled trades. They can start that. They can get college credit, and by the time they're a senior, they can not only get their high school diploma, they can also get the college credential at the same time, which makes them employable day one. And if you're a junior, you can start your college core classes, so you can complete your 1 year of college while you're at Augusta Tech.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live World, it's always great to turn into Barbershop Talk Live because you never know what can and would happen and the great information that comes out to you. So I appreciate you understanding what's happening right here now and in this conversation because you are giving us some stuff we didn't know.
Absolutely.
That probably wasn't Googleable.
No, but
I'm pretty sure it was. That's a lot of information.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Very
information.
important.
So I listen. You have been govern yourselves accordingly. You have been informed and information. So Jermaine, let me can I switch another gear?
Let's go.
We always like switch gears at Barbershop Talk Live World again. By you having all these degrees, you've been all over the country, you've been all over the world, you've seen a lot of different things, you've seen a lot of different people. We just want to know who are some of the most excited people that you have met along your journey.
Besides me.
Well, yeah, besides me.
I mean, we got to start here, right? I think for us last year, and hopefully y'all remember, we had Jill Biden was in town twice.
Okay.
And she was on our campus.
Okay.
We were the first and only two-year college in the country she came and visited. That's pretty heavy to have the first lady on your campus. I had an opportunity to give her a tour of the campus, got to meet with her, also got to meet with the Secretary of Education. And that was a very powerful moment because not only did we talk about the college, but that took Augusta up. We got all of that national recognition, and it also brought a lot of apprenticeship programs, funding in partnership with the mayor and the city. So that's my most recent honoree. And out of that relationship, I was then appointed to the U.S. Secretary of Education's Advisory Board, which I sit on now.
Okay.
I'm the only college president in the country that gives advice to the U.S. Secretary on workforce development. I'll be there September 10th. To talk to her directly. And so, meeting through the First Lady to now getting connected with other people in D.C. Has been a huge win for me and just, excited about it.
Okay.
Make sure you tell her about Barbershop Talk,
Yeah,
too.
tell her
now.
to tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. You never
Absolutely,
know.
man.
You never know.
We're always plugging.
I'm actually, I have
Got a
another
question from the floor?
Yes. Is the dual enrollment, is it for South Carolina students as well? Does it go
It's
across
Georgia students only. Aiken Tech has a similar program on the South Carolina side, so I would encourage them to check out Aiken Tech up there in South Carolina.
Okay.
Very, very comparable program.
Okay. Now, Jermaine, I'll be remiss not to ask this question on number 9.
Let's go for
Can I
it.
go for question number 9?
make it happen.
These are not my questions.
Understood.
It's come from the community. So that being said, as you know, the cost of living is going up.
Yes.
The gross prices, the gas prices, everything is going up. Now, I know what you're going to tell me, but you look into that camera, tell the Barbershop Talk Live World, do you feel the cost of education is too high?
Not at Augusta Tech. I can only answer for us. We are, our one class at Augusta Tech is $321. One class.
One class.
One class.
Okay.
You take that same one class at a university, I won't name universities, you're paying over $1,000 for one class.
I know.
You can take a full ride at Augusta Tech for about $1,200.
A full ride.
Full ride. That's basically 4 to 5 classes. If you're a Georgia resident, you're going to qualify, normally going to qualify for the Hope Scholarship or the Hope Grant. It's going to cut that in half.
Okay.
So you're talking about $600. And if you got other scholarships or if you have federal financial aid, if you're Pell eligible, you might not pay anything. So we are extremely accessible and affordable. And more importantly, our programs are accredited just like Georgia Tech,
Okay.
USC, Georgia, Florida State. So you come here, you're going to get that same level of quality, the same accreditation seal that all the other major universities got. but you're just paying a fraction of the cost.
Okay. So is there anything for the out of state students coming in? You know, like so if they come here, would they get like some kind of housing allowance or whatever like that?
So for our outer state border communities, so Edgefield County, Aiken County, they pay in-state tuition because they're right on the border. Okay. Now, if they're outside of that, like Lexington, Richland, and Columbia, then they have to pay out of state. But the ones who touch us dramatically in terms of right on the border, they pay right in state, so we can take them.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live Whirl again. Please, man, please, sir, tune into this conversation. Get into this conversation because I know that's something you want to know. I know that's something you want to ask. So give us a call, 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. We got a question from the floor? Okay, listen, Jermaine, I know the people was watching. I know they heard what you said earlier in the conversation, and I definitely paid attention to it. So I want to go back to our roots.
Okay.
When I go back to the roots, you did say Koji.
Yes, sir.
Koji.
Yes, sir.
And I explained to the people they didn't know what Koji means. Koji means just slayed in the spirit sometimes.
We roll around.
You roll around. You got to pull out the white sheet and all that type of stuff.
Sir.
So you keep white sheets on hand.
A lot
of white sheets. So Barbershop Talk Live Whirl again. I want you to tune in just a few minutes before we go off the air. We want to make sure that Jermaine Whirl, Augusta Tech president, will be involved in your future. He's going to be heavily involved in your future. That being said, he's going to pray us out of here. So Barbershop Talk Live Whirl again. Tune into this dramatic, I'm talking about soul-stirring, gut-wrenching prayer he's going to give you because, again, without this prayer, he's going to pray for you. You never know where you'll be at. So tune in just a few minutes for this prayer. The president of Augusta Tech will pray for you. I said it.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
Easy enough.
Easy enough. That's simple.
Easy.
That's simple.
Glad to do it.
Okay. Now listen, don't forget about September the 22nd coming up, Sneaker Ball coming up. Don't forget about September the 15th, Speak Up Sister Awards coming up. But please, man, please, sir, don't forget about the tune in and go check out my good friend Jermaine Whirl at Augusta Tech to further your education, to further your kids' education, and also further your generation education.
That's right.
Now, Jermaine, we got a question from the floor?
Yes.
Okay.
This is from Prince. She asking, do you have adult courses, older students, stuff for that older full employee? No, I'm saying this all wrong. Do you have like classes and courses that fit around people's schedules?
Yes. So absolutely. So 60% of our students are part-time. So let me put that out there. So most of our students, average age is 26. They got responsibilities. They got work. They got things to do. They got kids. And so most of our schedule is day, evening, online, and weekend. If you have a need, we can pretty much fulfill that through our schedule. And we offer a lot of continuing education classes that are also on demand as well. What we've seen with a lot of adults, they want something short, maybe 5 days, 10 days, get a certification and go to work. So all of the above is offered at the college.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live Whirl. Here's another question that I know you want to know the answer to, but I already know the answer to, but I got to ask this question. Jermaine, you ready for this question?
Let's go.
With your crazy schedule that you do have, and we know you're all over Augusta, you're all over the CSRA, and I know where you go. I already know where you go, but sometime I might see you down there. So we want to know, what do you do to relax? Now, besides going to Waycross, I know you go to Waycross. So besides that, don't tell the people that. But what do you do to relax with all the stuff that you got going on? How do you just unwind, just chill out? You and your kids, you and your wife, just
football.
How do y'all just relax?
So I read. I like my quiet time reading, but really I spend most of my time with my family. My kids, we stay very busy with my kids, my wife. We like to travel and enjoy good food. So that's kind of my stress reliever. And then, yes, sir, football is coming up. 1 o'clock on Sundays, don't bother me. I'm in the zone.
You football man?
Oh, hardcore, man.
Who your team?
Oh, Lord, I'm embarrassed to say it, John.
Don't say it.
I got to say it.
Don't say it. Who's your team?
I got to represent my Panthers.
Panthers?
We ain't going nowhere.
Panthers?
So let me put that on the map.
Panthers?
No playoff expectations. We might win 3 games. But
Panthers?
Yeah, I'm from South Carolina, man. That's my home state. That's my home team.
I understand, but I understand because I'm Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
You understand?
I'm the Steel Curtain.
Okay.
So I mean, we know y'all ain't
wait
going.
a minute now. So who's your quarterback? I saw y'all announce Russell.
Well, I mean, Russell for now.
Is Russell better than Fields?
No.
Okay.
Fields the man. We just gonna give Russell give him a little due because he's veteran.
2 games, 3.
We give him 3.
Okay.
We give him 3.
Okay. I'll be watching.
3 strikes out of there.
You gonna beat Atlanta game 1 coming up?
I'll be watching. I'll
be tailgating.
Due to the cost of inflation, I won't be able to make the game. I'll be watching at full sport, but I didn't know you was a sportsman.
Yeah. I told you, I grew up football. football was kind of a rite of passage in my family. So all the men played football. Loved it. I love the strategy of the game.
Okay.
I just love the strategy and the game theory behind it. And if I wasn't in education, I would want to be a football coach. Honestly, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Defensive coordinator.
Okay, now here's another question.
Yes, sir.
This question came from our guest last week. We had a guest on last week,
Okay.
Naya Simone. Great girl. She's doing a lot of things right here in the CSOA, and she's trying to get global in what she's doing. And I asked her a question, and I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay.
Now, she was very heavily involved in movies, action movies, all kind of different things she liked to watch, and cartoon movies, all that kind of stuff. So I'm asking the question to you now, Jermaine. The question I asked her is, if she was a superhero,
Batman. That's my answer.
come on now. If you was a superhero, you'd be Batman.
Batman, straight up. There's really no other superhero to talk about.
Batman, you come out the Batcave, you in Africa.
All day. I roll with Batman hardcore.
You a Batman.
Hardcore Batman fan.
Now guess what she said?
Are you the solo Batman or you the Robin Batman?
Right.
I'm the original.
You the original. Barbershop Talk Live World, we got the original Batman in the hot seat today.
Yeah, man.
Spider-Man last week and
Yeah, she said Spider-Man last week.
No.
She wanted to be Spider-Man. I thought she'd have said Wonder Woman or one of those.
Here's why Batman, because Batman is the most realistic superhero there is. Because he doesn't have any superpower. He's a regular man that has gear, and he has to fight like a regular. Everybody else is a comic book made-up character that got powers from outer space. Batman is legit. I want to be a billionaire, want money, and I can buy stuff. So that's why I relate with that.
So you were just a regular old guy.
I want to be a regular guy that got a lot of money, and I can buy my gear, I can get my equipment. Kim, if you're watching, I'm just letting you know that we had this debate. Batman is the most realistic superhero in the world.
So, basically what you're saying, you are approachable,
Of course.
you are touchable,
Yeah.
you are relatable,
Yep.
and you are just a regular old guy.
That's it.
Batman.
Yes, sir.
Batman.
Yep.
So what about if somebody come along like me that's the Joker?
We're going to have to do what we do.
I'm just a Joker. I'm going to have fun.
Probably one of the best villains of all time. though. gotta give him some respect.
Yes, I would have never put you as Batman.
Oh yeah. What do you thought for me? What do you
Well, maybe what the guy named the Iceman?
No.
I wouldn't have put you as Batman.
No. I thought you were
Dr. Freeze, over the Dr. Freeze.
the Arnold Schwarzenegger version.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have put you as Batman because I can't see you riding in the car.
Oh no, man! Batman got that. He got that stuff, man. He got that. Get him good cars, a beautiful house. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. You know, come out work. You only work at night. You know.
Okay, so
he really thought this thing.
Yeah, you
thought it
living
too.
in Manhattan. I mean.
okay.
Come on.
So again, now what can Batman do for the city of Augusta? What can Batman do to put the city on the map? Because again, you already say you're trying to get Augusta Tech on the map.
Oh,
so what
always.
can Batman do to put Augusta, Richmond County on the map to the point where people that's living in New York, people that living in Miami want to come to Augusta? So what does Batman role has to do with that?
That's exactly what we talked about earlier. It's collaboration and partnerships, right? Going back to the patch opportunity, working with Augusta National, that's going to put us on a global scale.
Okay.
You think about that, because that logo alone, everybody in the world knows that logo. And so to be able to say that you need to come to Augusta to be a golf professional, you go to Augusta Tech,
Right.
that's heavy.
That's heavy.
That's bigger than Augusta Tech. That makes, you're talking about students coming internationally here to go to school.
Right.
Coming here from around the country that want to come, and they're coming to a 2-year college.
Okay.
In partnership. And so talking about the bat signal that's going out,
Right.
having that signal, Augusta National and Augusta Tech combined, that's a very powerful bat signal, man.
And
That's
you
a
know
lot,
what though,
so that's
by
powerful.
listening to you speak about the national, how you're gonna catapult Augusta Tech and Augusta area, that also will bring in different students too that can.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place.
Yeah, so what it does is going to catapult students to come here from different areas.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Listen, I would have never put you as Batman. I would have never put you as Batman. So Batman, keep on putting out the bat signal. Keep putting the bat signal out because the bat signal is a worldwide symbol.
It is.
We know when Batman signals in the air, it's gonna get some stuff taken care of.
Well, absolutely.
Okay. So listen now again, for the people that's watching Barbershop Talk Live World and the ones that really want to get to know you more better, get to know you, what you're really doing, how can people really know your path? In other words, the question posed is, what are some of the struggles that you had to go to get to where you're at now?
I think for me, the biggest struggle that I had was just an inner struggle to make sure that I was always aligned to going to the right place. I only had one instance. I've had one job that I've ever resigned from,
Okay.
and that was because I worked at a college that my growth and what I was trying to do was bigger than what the college was prepared for.
Okay.
I was trying to do what I'm doing here at Augusta Tech, and they weren't prepared for it. The president was like, you trying to do too much.
You do too much.
And for me, I don't like to be capped.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, why we can't do this? This is, well, just go teach. You know, don't worry about that. And I'm like, well, we can do this. And so I left the job, and I left the job with no job lined up.
Oh.
My wife, we just had our son. This is back in 2012. We just had our son. We had a mortgage, car note. I dropped that job, $65,000. I quit. And God blessed me to go to Georgia Southern. They picked me up. Now, here's the unique part. I went to Georgia Southern. They paid me $35,000. I took a $30,000 pay cut. But I did that for 2 years, did my doctorate degree in 2 years flat, everything, coursework, dissertation. After 2 years, I got blessed with a new deanship, and then the rest is history.
Right.
And so I tell people sometimes you got to know what's the right thing for you. You got to make a big sacrifice and make sure that you're lined up to places you need to be.
Okay.
And that was my big pivot.
Okay.
And when I made that pivot, when I got to Atlanta, Gwinnett Tech, I mean, it just took off.
Okay.
But that's my story. That was my struggle, to know that I needed to get out of that environment, that I was not going to prosper, that the environment was not healthy for me and my family. My wife, giving her a lot of credit, she was like, baby, let it go. She was like, if we got to just eat rice and beans, we ain't going to go to movies, we didn't go vacation, we didn't go shopping, we just buckled down. We never missed a mortgage payment, never missed a car payment. We just really buckled down.
Okay.
And we made it. And then we were able to be blessed later. So that's just something you got to know for yourself. That was my struggle.
Okay. I definitely understand what you're saying, because again, sometimes you got to go down to get up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You got to go down to get up. Barbershop Talk Live World again. Please, man, please, sir, tune into this conversation. If you just got a few more minutes, you can give us a call, 706-426-1533. That's 706-426-1533. Jermaine, you about ready to give us this prayer?
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Before you get your prayer down, we got another question from the floor?
Yeah, they're asking about housing at Augusta
Yeah.
Tech.
We're working on it. So we're working on two big things right now. My board gave me the green light to get dormitories on campus. We have about 10.6 acres of property. We have one developer that has given us a proposal. We're waiting on another proposal. And then our board is going to vote on that. We want to build about 300 beds on the main campus. And the reason why we're doing that is because we also want to bring athletics back. Those of you who have been in the Augusta market for a while know that we used to have a national golf team, winning golf team, and we used to have basketball. So shout out to our folks at Augusta United. We've been partnering with them the last 3 years quietly. We've had their athletic students come take classes, but for them to recruit for football and basketball, they got to have housing. So we're trying to get the housing on campus so we can then really recruit more athletics from around the region. And then also just local students who just want to live on campus at Augusta Tech.
Okay.
And that will open up a whole new opportunity for our students in the community.
And it was funny that you said it, because you just pretty much answered question 10, and question 10 was going to give you 2 P's. 2 P's is the 2 P's that you and Augusta Tech is, what is the potential and what is the purpose?
Absolutely.
And you just gave us the potential and you gave us the purpose.
Yep.
You know, expanding to the athletic side, bringing housing, stuff like that. So that's something that the people that here in the near area didn't want to see that come to pass. So now that you say it's coming to pass, we believe what you're doing.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So
very
again,
exciting.
It's very exciting for the community. Very excited for the region and for the school.
That's right.
Yeah. You know. So I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
I want to do it, man.
You good?
I'm good.
Now listen. Before we get out of here, I appreciate you coming in, sitting in the hot seat. I enjoyed your conversation. I enjoyed your appearance. I enjoyed the atmosphere that you set here. But again, nobody leaves Barbershop Talk Live without a challenge.
Okay.
You ready for a challenge?
Let's go for it.
Got to be Bo-Cap. I got to give you a challenge. Jermaine, this is what I call the challenge flag.
Uh-oh.
This is what I call the challenge flag. Now listen, you see the color of this flag?
I know what that looked like. I know what that's for. Go for it.
This comes from the NFL.
Yes, sir.
By way of the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
The Atlanta Falcons brought this challenge flag personally to Barbershop Talk Live World.
Good.
So they say, give out the challenges.
All right.
So you don't escape these challenges.
All right.
Now listen, when I drop this flag on the floor, the flag means you have to be challenged, and you have to do all you can in your body being to meet these challenges.
Got it.
You ready for the challenge?
I'm accepting it.
Barbershop Talk Live World, the challenge flag has been dropped. So now, Jermaine, you have to be challenged. Your challenge is you have to continue to make sure Augusta Tech is on the map.
All day, guaranteed. That's
You
number one priority.
You have to make sure that no matter what what? These students that are coming in from out of town, also from in town, get a good education.
Absolutely.
Your challenge is to make sure that Jalen and Madison get a good education. Your challenge is to make sure Jalen and Madison get to see their dad in and all the time, to make sure that those two kids of yours get the love and you show them love. And please don't forget about your wife, because you won't be nowhere without your wife. So that's a simple challenge. Can you meet those challenges?
I take it on. I accept it.
You can accept that challenge?
I do, man.
I got to be more careful. I believe you can meet it.
Absolutely.
Now listen, Barbershop Talk Live World, he's been challenged. He's accepted the challenge, so now I got to challenge you. Barbershop Talk Live World, I'm going to give you a challenge. If you pay attention to this conversation, I'm going to give you 3 simple questions. Listen, the question is simple. The winner of this challenge will get a ticket to the sneaker ball right here in Augusta, Georgia, September the 22nd, the Julius Smith Casino. Listen, the headliner will be 69 Boys. Again, if you don't know who the 69 Boys is, just get up and do the Tushy Roll. You'll find out who he is. Again, this coming September the 22nd, Julius Smith Casino. I'm talking about the 69 Boys. But if you pay attention to this conversation with my good friend Jermaine Whirl had, ticket belong to you. Again, they're simple questions. 3 simple questions. You pay attention to the conversation. The questions belong to you. The first question is always a simple question. The first question is, where's he from? Where's his hometown? That's the first question. The first question is always a simple question. Don't forget, the first question is always a simple question. Second question is, you pay attention to the conversation. The second question is, give me both of the kids' names. If you pay attention to the conversation, you got it. If you pay attention to the conversation, you got it. The first question is, where is he from? The second question is, give me 2 of the kids' names. Listen, please, man, please, sure. Here comes the third question. The third question is, how many years he's been in Augusta State? These are simple questions. You got the answer right. Here's your ticket to the sneaker ball again. Julius Smith Casino, September the 22nd. Lizzie's Hope, Angelic Community Resources putting this event together. Please, man, please, sir, govern yourselves accordingly. Circle the calendar. Make sure you be there. Don't tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a co-worker. Make sure you get the word out to come to the sneaker ball September the 22nd. Looking forward to seeing you. Jermaine, you good?
I'm blessed, man. This has been fun.
Man, don't you fool me now.
Now, you got to invite me back for like round 2.
Oh, listen.
So I'm just saying.
I'm going to get you back when Pittsburgh played Tennessee. No, Carolina. You put on your jersey. I'm going to put on my jersey. We're going to act a fool.
I just want us to score a point. We'll get 2 field goals in there. We'll be all right.
You coming back for that game. God dog it, I don't care where we at. Your house, my house, Barbershop Talk Live. We're going to have a good old-fashioned conversation.
We will, man. Look forward to that.
And also, when we have these different projects that you have coming up, when we see them come fruition, we want you to come back, explain to the people what's going on, what the process they took to get to those situations. And again, we want to see it.
Absolutely.
We believe in you. We know what you're going to do, and we believe what you say is going to happen. And because, again, you've already been challenged.
Yes, sir.
So we're looking forward to seeing it. Again, do we have an answer to the question?
I do have a question.
Okay, no, okay.
With time restraint, can we, I have a young lady, she said that she wants further education in the health field. And she'll make sure it's affordable.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And can you go real quick and tell her about, like you said earlier, about some of the costs?
Yeah, so I would definitely go to our Augusta Tech page, augustatech.edu, and check out our School of Health Sciences. We have what's called Hope Career Grant programs. These are diploma level programs which are 1 year or less. And the state of Georgia basically covers those programs to tuition if you're a state resident and you don't have a bachelor's degree. So you can see a listing of those programs. That's LPN, medical assisting, medical coding and billing. All those programs are listed. Of course, the associate's degrees are also available there too. Very, very affordable. And then this fall, we have a number of information sessions. If you go on our website, again, if you look at the calendar, you can see different information sessions where you can just check in and you can learn more about each one of those programs. So go check those out and find what suits you the best, and let's get you enrolled.
All right. Barbershop Talk Live World, you have been informed, you have been enlightened, and you have been engaged. So please, man, please, sir, keep watching Barbershop Talk Live. Again, get over to Augusta Tech. Sign up, fund your education, not only for yourself, but for your generation. You would not be disappointed. Again, I believe what he's saying is true, and I believe what he's saying is true to form. So please, man, please, sir, do what you need to do for yourself, to improve yourself, to increase yourself, and to be a better person overall. Again, my good friend Jermaine Whirl right here in Augusta, Georgia, Barbershop Talk Live. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here. So keep watching. Don't forget, go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe to that page. Go to our Facebook page, like and subscribe to that page. Tell people to join. If you want to be a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, please, man, please, sir, inbox me. You want to be a sponsor of Barbershop Talk Live, again, you can just inbox me. You got a business, you got a product, you got an event that you want to support, you want us to highlight, you can also hit us up on that same way where you can inbox us. We'll be glad to sponsor your event, your product, or your business. Again, Barbershop Talk Live is live for you. Don't forget, if it's on your mind, let's talk about it. Remember, we don't want to know, the people want to know. So keep watching, keep being informed of what's going on. Listen, don't forget about next week. Next week on Barbershop Talk Live, right here in this hot seat, guess who we got coming next week? My special friend, my good friend, Bridget and Christopher White. Listen, they are marriage advisors. When I tell you these people know about marriage, when they know about marriage, If you don't know about marriage, you tune in next week. My good friend Christopher and Bridget White, they are from Faith Outreach Church. Okay. Right here in Augusta, Georgia. Pastor Peoples is the pastor of that church. Again, Bridget, Christopher, come tune in again next week. Right here in the hot seat. They're going to give you some information on how to live a long life being married together. So again, tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you, looking forward to seeing you. Now, Jermaine, I will not be remiss to make sure that you pray us out here the right way. Yep. Now, listen, I don't know how y'all do it in Charleston, but when we pray at Waycross, we hold hands.
Let's get down with that.
Barbershop Talk Live, Whirl. Again, tune in next week. We're going to be here right here. Looking forward to seeing you, looking forward to hearing from you. In the hot seat, we got my good friend Chris and Bridget White next week, marriage advisor. But for now, we'll see you next week. Jermaine, let's lead us out in prayer.
Quick shout out, Church of God in Christ, House of God, my pastor, Bishop Walden. Thank God for you, man. Let's pray. Lord Father, we just want to thank you for this gathering of friends. We want to thank you for this platform that allows us to communicate to the community, letting people know what's available to them, and more importantly, letting them take advantage of those opportunities. I thank you for our host, John, and his entire crew here and what they do. Continue to bless them, Lord. Continue to nourish what they do and grow it even more. Thank you for Augusta Tech. Thank you for the people that we're serving. Thank you for the students that we have in our entire community. Bless this show. Bless everybody that's watching and keep us all under your will. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Listen, that's the Kojic style. That's the Kojic style. Again, Barbershop Talk Live again. We'll see you next week. Don't forget, in the Spurs hot seat, Chris and Bridget White. We're glad to see you again. Chris, Jermaine, look at that camera. Let's get out of here. You ready?
Yes, sir.
See you later.
Yes, sir. Take care.
We're good?
Yes, Barbershop Talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.